Hey, it's that Native J, and we are back with another episode of Zombie Cure Lab. So keep playing along with us, watching along with us, whatever you're doing. Maybe a little bit of both. Maybe you're going to play after you're done watching. But we are getting along pretty well. We have some substantial production going on, and our front defenses look decent. Now that we're in the end game, we want to go ahead and try to pop up the rest of our defense system here. So since we have we don't have 2 free days. I thought we had 2 free days for some reason, but since we can defend so easily now, I want to come in here and start doing a little more quicker action. Right. A lot of my episodes, I try not to fast forward too much, but we're getting to the point where I don't think it's really a negative factor at all. Um, I'll try to get things fast forward here so we can get them moving along. I want to get that all upgraded too. That's for sure. Keep bringing in some of these guys and maybe build a bigger freezer here. Um, might as well keep freeing up scientists from these jobs. And we are just on an upward crawl, population wise. Um, After we get this upgraded, I think we're going to move on to um, trying to do another super building so we can get our last super building in here. I'm starting to feel confident enough that I might remove this, and then we'll put in like some walls in here or something if we need to. Even move a bunch of this production out of this area so we could build more defenses in here and stuff. Just supersede everything. So I guess it wouldn't hurt to look at our stats. I think we're gonna start coming positive on our chemicals. So I think that's when that next one was built. So we're doing all right. Our population is scaling. It's going through the roof. And I'm even considering putting some more haulers in here. Because it looks like they're doing decent on that building, but putting another one right here to make sure we have all these buildings. Even a couple up here, right? So I have so many extra ones chilling around. That's going to be our next move here, right? Stay ahead. We don't want to wait till they're saying, oh, we need help to give them help. Let's just go ahead and give them that help right now. I'm going to go ahead and pop another hauling post up here, even though it looks like we're doing pretty well. This will help with a future lab. That's why we're going in right here. And I think that'll help with this area. I'm putting in a lab somewhere over here or either right here. I'm highly considering if we can just build a small defense box with multiple layers in it, that our lab can comfortably go right here. And this will just be another area for a skills room, which for the skills room we can make it extra large and make it a L. Kind of come up over here and make it a double sized building almost compared to these. Most of these are getting used up. We want to come in here and just build a bunch more. They're not the best trainers. We're going to get some better ones. But the better ones take up a lot more space than these ones. So that's why we got to get that big building kind of first. But a whole nother row, that'll keep us good for a second. Right. And it looks like the rest of the skills room isn't taking it that big of a hit at all. We're really starting to get laggy. My frames, I'm dropping them. So I'm probably going to end up on the next video. We'll come back with the regular default settings from the beginning. Um, it is what it is. I wish I was super rich and could have the best equipment of everything. Don't we all? But this is what we have to work with for now. So, and it's not bad. It's not a terrible machine. So I'm not going to complain. I like what we could do with it. So let's blame the game. The game needs better optimization. Too funny. So we're putting along. Time's flying like crazy. Um, but, you know, it still takes time to do things. Upgrading this road probably isn't a half bad idea either. We're sitting on more electronics than we need at the moment, to be honest. Um, yeah, getting the rest of this stuff all unlocked too, stuff like that. Um, might not use some of this stuff like that stone crusher, right? But let's all just get it all done. That way we don't really have a purpose for um, waiting around for any more science. Oh yeah, we have to earn that. I forgot. I haven't even been thinking about that, to be honest, because I wanted to build the new lab before I cure humans. So you are going to have to wait, right? That guy's waiting. That's what we said. So I like where we're at, and we have another free night here. So maybe those are the 2 nights I was thinking of, and I used them up already. But let's come in here and go, well, we can't do these walls on the inside here unless I knock some of this open. So we're going to go ahead and open that all up. And I'm just going to do it from that side too. So that'll allow us to get all the way into here. But for this back row, we'll probably have to delete something back here. We do have 1 free night, but I don't know if that'll be enough. So we'll just have to wait and see. We're going to do some more 3 time or whatever and kind of chill out. So I was thinking continuing to get scientists freed up probably wouldn't hurt. I can always build like more guard stations or something with them. And the Humvees are actually faster than scientists anyways. So I don't mind scientists pretty much just being guards. That's what I like to do with them towards the end of the game. They're kind of like the regulators, right? And speaking of which, I don't know why I put it off for so long, but we do have. Nah, we'll sit here and put in the work. But we do have plenty of support points to be able to bring in our next one. So, our next 4 scientists. I'm going to bring those guys in, even though we don't need them. We are going to start making guard posts. This is probably all I'll do in the guard, like the guard armories. That's probably all I'll do in the freezer room. That's just for the cooling chamber. But in here, we'll do some more. We'll get some more going in here as well. So they might not even get that done till later, but yeah, let's just keep staring at the screen, guys. This episode's gonna be pretty boring. It's gonna be a lot of just fast forwarding and waiting for a build. So now we triggered it to where we can see those again too. I also don't think it hurt us enough just a couple more guys randomly. Start working towards that cure process, just ever so slightly, because after we build our lab, we are gonna want that. I want to keep everybody flowing too, because we're sending some people out, so I want to make up for that population wise and keep people hanging around. Um, do a double on that too. Just keep chilling, watching. Yeah, so this episode's even boring for me. Um, Playthrough purposes, right? I like to be able to show how I did everything step by step and how we got to where we got, all the way through the whole however many days. Probably 100 days, right? Let's at least do 100 days on this playthrough. See how many people we can cure and how far we can get. I'm hoping, certain little things like this won't really get in my way too much. I don't know if there's a space here. Yeah, there is. So I'm hoping if they delete that spot, right, that should give them access to that whole lane. For some reason, they're saying they can't hit that lane, so I think we're gonna have to. We gonna have to do that so that they can at least reach that weird pocket area. And then we'll come back through, like I said, and make sure we close up the gaps best we can. Knowing myself, we will probably forget. Um, that right there is a spot we're gonna need a wall. I think we can do it now, cause he's about to put that down, and then we don't need in that row anymore. So it doesn't look like he got out though, actually. So we do need to do that so he can get out, cause that's failed. I don't know if he's stuck in the wall though. Like I think he's stuck in the actual wall piece. So just going like that would probably be better. Delete the walls he's standing in. Make sure he gets free. Sometimes your builders will like place things on top of each other. So this is a little landmark here. If we keep taking people in, we are going to hit 100 threat level. So that's something we could be like cuckoo about, right? I believe our icon's going to change again down there too once we hit the 100. Um, that'll be another big landmark in how far we've come and how mega the lab really is. Alright, so we're pretty much just moving this stuff, if you caught on, right? I want to start moving this stuff over here. Um, the low frames is kind of killing me, so I need to try to figure out if we need a graphics update or something here. But our next attack's coming soon, and I don't know if our workers will be all ready for it. Honestly, I tend to do that a lot. I work well into the time I probably shouldn't be, but hopefully it'll all work out for the best. We'll get all these guys switched up. Got our smelter lane looking crazy. Our production zone. Now that we've moved it. I probably shouldn't be building all this stuff like I am. Oh, and I want to upgrade the roads too to electronic roads. This is probably cool back here. I'll probably end up stacking some. I regret not putting that over here now. Right? Even right here would have been perfect. Right in between where I was going to have the defenses and right in between these. It's a sad, sad day. Alright, so we're getting to the point where we're going to have to close our doors up. But it doesn't matter anyways because these guys are never leaving. Yeah. Maybe we'll get some of these upgraded. And get that built again. Because that's kind of lame. We don't want that. I want to upgrade a lot of this stuff, even if I end up moving some of them that aren't really being used right here. Having them upgraded, at least I'll have a bunch of upgraded I can move around and see where I need new ones. Cool, so we're going to go ahead and close all the doors now. I don't think it's really going to make much of a difference. And then we're also going to mark everything red, because it looked like they were grabbing our level 1 Humvees, and I don't want that. I thought they never grabbed your level 1 Humvees, but I think once you reach a certain threat level. I also don't know if that image changed. We should have watched to see if it changed. It may have more decal on it, right? Got a little bigger even? I don't know. So for the attack, we'll probably turn it to regular mode, and we'll use that as like the end of our episode, kind of battling off the zombies. And let's come in here and go ahead and mark this full again. I think another decent batch, maybe even bring us all the way into 300, isn't a bad idea. So I wish I could put down more builders, but it is what it is. We got what we got. And our main storage is now maxed out, so we're just going to have to finish building and upgrading before we decide to do too much more. But once the walls are done, they're done. And it's only repairs from there on. Then on out. 50,000 damage. And they're chewing through it. Look at them go, guys. They're working very hard at getting through these gates. Ice, ice, baby. Dun 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 dun. Ice, ice, baby. So I do actually think too the air conditioners are helping right now in this instance. So putting air conditioners along the road like I did, probably all the way through, wouldn't be a bad idea. Like, I don't think the zombies really target them neither, so it's not like we have to replace them ever, but they look like they're helping. So they definitely keep the people frozen too for the time being, which is nice. So I like that as well. So it says someone's in the base. Maybe it's because they are targeting the... Oh, look, they were smart enough to hit the air conditioner. Ah. They're like, hey, this thing's freezing us, guys. But honestly, that's not half bad too then, putting defenses in here that they target. just air conditioners. Because if they're wasting their time breaking multiple air conditioners per box, like 4 per box, um, it could be very good for our the length of time in which how long something like each gate lasts or how long they take to get in. So if I do 4 per box is what I'm thinking here. I think that'll help significantly. Yeah. So I'm thinking that's gonna pretty much wrap up the episode. Next episode is gonna be probably just as boring, if not more boring. I can't start the science lab yet, guys. We gotta get this stuff built and done. Technically, our vegetables are completely not being done right now. Um, I think we could level up again. Nope, level 3, that's the highest for our greenhouses, so we'll have to build more if we want more out of them. We're not even making superfood yet, so that's something we can maybe discuss doing. So, alrighty, that's gonna wrap up our episode. The attack is over, and you know what we're doing. We're raising our population, guys. We're getting more mega. So tune back in, and you're gonna see humans being cured.